Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review, and next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Series X-Men 20th Anniversary Domino. Now, the packaging is really cool. It's the same style packaging that you'll see with the other ones, which come in a blue color for the X-Men movie, but for Deadpool movie, we get some special stuff. So, typical Deadpool type fashion, we get some fourth wall breaking type stuff on the package. So we got a little Deadpool sticker covering up that X logo, and you can see it's like folded sticker. It wasn't even put on correctly. They scratched out the name, so Nina Thurman's not there. It says Marvel's Domino on it. 14 plus like the other ones, which would be... Nope, shit, that one's 14 plus too. So I guess the other ones, whatever they might be, I don't really know. But really cool packaging. I like the red colored representing the Deadpool's color scheme. We get the silhouette of Domino right there, looking really good. The back of the package, same thing. We actually get that same crossed out stuff right there. But this one says Beatrice Thurman on the back. Marvel's Domino, looking really cool. Let's open it up. Okay, here is Domino out of the package, and what a very cool looking figure. It is so much better than I would have thought actually now having it in hand. When they first announced it, I was thinking, you know what, I'm happy to have whatever characters, movie figures that we can get. But then with Domino, I'm thinking, oh, you know, I don't know how much people are going to want it. But I think once you see it, once you have it in hand, you're going to be really impressed and really want this figure. There's so many cool things that are going for it. The head sculpts look great, look just like Zazie Beetz. Well, I think one of them does. The other one, not as much, but still good. She's got two Uzis, two extra hands. The figure looks really good, and get this, pinless knees. There are no pins on those knees. There's no pins on the elbows either, but single jointed elbows never had pins to begin with anyway, so nothing new or special there, but pinless knees. So that is really cool. So first, let's zoom in, take a look at those accessories, and take a look at Domino before we get to her articulation. Okay, so here's up close look at her. First, though, we are going to look at her articulation. So out of the package, she actually comes with two fist hands. I've already swapped mine out, so she comes with two trigger finger hands there, so she can hold the guns, and she holds these perfectly. If anything, they might be a little bit loose out of there, but she has these two Uzis, and you can see this one, the knife is bent on mine a little bit, that blade, but a nice silver metallic paint on there along with the black. That looks really good. Again, two of those, so you can see. And then she also has this one little pistol there that's sculpted nicely as well, and it holsters right on her right leg right there. So that is pretty good. Now let's take a closer look at these head sculpts. Okay, so looking at the head sculpts, this is the one that actually comes out of the package. This one, I think it does look like Zazie Beetz, but I don't think it looks like her as much as the other one. So there's that. Looking at it though, looking at the big hair sculpt, it actually looks really good. They put some curls into it to kind of give it that look. But one thing about it is it's actually kind of semi-translucent brown. So I think that what they do that is because you can kind of see how the hair would look, right? So if you look through it, because in figure form, you know, it's solid, whereas in, you know, her actual hair, it wouldn't necessarily be. So that translucent effect to it kind of makes it look like you could see through the hair in some parts. So it actually looks a little bit realistic to me because it could kind of have that effect. So as you can see there. But looking at the other head sculpt, this one, she actually has those goggles kind of lifted up onto her forehead. So we're going to pop this head off there. It is on a dumbbell joint, no hinge. This one, I think, looks so much more like her. I really like the way this one looks. And the goggles are a little bit of a nice touch. Not that she really used them much. I think that was just in the when the skydiving portion, right? But I think that looks really good. Yeah, I think this one just looks a lot more like her, but you guys let me know down in the comments below which head you think looks better, with goggles or without the goggles. Looking at the rest of the figure, it's done nice. The skin tone looks pretty good. The paint is a little bit sloppy there on the chest because you have that tie there. The way the black paint came out on it, it's not the greatest, but it looks pretty good. The suit, I think, came out looking fantastic. I really like the colors of it, the blue, the browns, the gray. All looks really good. The back of the figure. Look at those knees. No pins. Pinless knees. That is awesome. Finally. And they work really, really well. They are not flimsy. They are not rubbery. Nothing. Those pins are quite nice. We get that nice bronze right there on her boots and her knees. So that is really nice. This holster piece, this is a floating piece. We get some silver paint in there for the buckles. and then the holster on her right leg. So it's a separate piece, and then it's glued on at the thigh as well. But that just looks really good. Really liking that. Now let's zoom out for her articulation. Okay, so I was about to say Zazzy Beats. So the Domino's articulation. So the head, because again it is on the ball joint, there is no hinge, but it gives a more natural movement. So she can't look down that much. She can look up only that much, which is basically straight out because the hair really gets in the way, and then the way that neck moves, it doesn't really allow for it. But you get some nice, good circular motion in there, so you get some good pivot, and then full rotation. Of course, the arms can go up that high there. That is good. You get a full rotation, swivel at the elbow, and the damn single jointed elbow, but it gives you a little bit more than 90 degrees, so that is good there. The wrists also swivel and they hinge, so we have kind of the standard hinge. She has a diaphragm rocker, so she can pivot to the side that much. She can pivot to the other side that much. So that's actually really good range of motion. Going back, she can go back that far, which is better than most female figures. Forward, again, not a whole lot. Typical with the female figures. I wish we can get more, but that is all we're going to get. And then you can also do a swivel there, since there is no waist swivel. And this is the same thing with female figures. Doesn't usually happen. Legs go out that far apart. She can kick forward that high. There's no drop down or anything like that. Doesn't really go back. You have an upper thigh cut there. You have a solid double jointed knee with those beautiful pinless look. I love that. No pins. It's not gummy whatsoever. So they talked about that at Toy Fair, how the pinless legs won't be gummy. They are very sturdy and solid, and that is absolutely true. So I'm very happy about that. No boot swivel on her. Foot hinges all the way down. Get a good hinge going up. Ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So good articulation for Domino. Now let's see how she looks to her comic counterpart. If I can get her to stand. There it is. Okay, and here is the movie Deadpool Domino next to the comic Domino figure. And they're actually about the same height, but movie version, I think it's a little bit more advantage because of her hair is up so high, so it definitely makes her taller. But comic and movie versions side by side. We may not be getting a movie Shatterstar, not that his appearance in the Deadpool 2 movie would warrant a figure, but I think for the most part it looked pretty comic accurate. So Domino and Shatterstar. And for the last comic side-by-side, Domino and Deadpool. I do not have the Deadpool 2-pack with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. It is simply just not released here yet anywhere as far as I know. But until now, here is Domino with the Juggernaut Wave Deadpool. And that, for the most part, would probably be the closest look to the movie version. And here's Domino next to the Marvel Legends Stan Lee figure. And unfortunately, we're not getting a movie Colossus figure, but we have the figure from the X2 movie release, or actually, I guess it would be X3, The Last Stand, now that I think about it. And I think this was the Blob Wave, but they also released it in a 2-pack with the X3 Beast figure. So I believe mine came from the Blob Wave. I could be mistaken, but I think that's where mine came from. But that's the best that we're going to get as far as Colossus movie version. Okay, so my final thoughts on the figure. I actually have the movie Cable figure that's actually coming to me from Canada. My buddy up in the Ontario area actually found it at his local Walmart and he shipped it out to me. So I should have him soon so we can see how kind of they line up. Can't wait to get the Deadpool Negasonic 2-pack, but this Domino figure kind of surprised me and blew me away. So much better than I really thought it would be going in and just seeing pictures, the promo images of it. Yes, I thought it looked good, but it wasn't one that I was super eager to get, but now actually having it in hand, I'm quite impressed by it. The pinless knees are fantastic. I was worried, you know, they told us they wouldn't be gummy. You know, sure, we can just take that at face value, but until we actually have it and see it applied, you know, how do we know what the quality and durability and standard of it's going to be? And it's very good, so I'm very happy with it. We've seen the elbows, you know, with Punisher and with War Machine. Those came out great. But now seeing the knees in action on a female figure when, you know, they're so much smaller, just came out really good. So I am impressed. Hasbro did a great job with this one. If you like movie figures, Domino, I think, is a must-have for any of you guys. If you guys like the Deadpool movie, Deadpool 2 specifically, that is, you know, I didn't think it was the greatest. Definitely thought the first one was so much better by leaps and bounds. But Deadpool 2 had its moments. Domino was great in the movie. Zazzy Beats did a great job. So in figure form, I am very pleased and very happy to have it. Hasbro knocked it out of the park, but you guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this figure. Do you have it on the way? Are you looking forward to it? What are your thoughts on the Deadpool movie? I'm curious. Deadpool 2 movie. Tell me about the second movie. First movie was great. I don't care what anyone else says. It was a great movie. But you guys let me know all down in the comments below. If you guys liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.